Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is Brevort and today we are going to be going through the worst 20 bugs that are still going to be in Minecraft 1.20. Number 20. Minecarts that occupy the same space maintain their momentum. This is one of the oldest still existing bugs on the Minecraft bug tracker that still hasn't been fixed. It was apparently fixed back in 2018 for a brief time, but it's back in the game. Basically, if you stack minecarts together onto the same exact position, they'll just go forever. They don't even need tracks. They'll just keep going. So it's a really weird bug, but it's still in the game, and it's been in the game as long as I can remember. So it's still going to be in 1.20. So it's absolutely a crazy bug, but it's still going to be in 1.20. Number 19, quick pulses get lost in some repeater setups. This is kind of a weird one, but basically it's a redstone bug, so you got to be a little bit more technical to understand it. But basically, if you have a lot of repeaters in a line and you send really quick pulses, sometimes the game won't detect the repeater turning off and turning back on really quickly. It's just kind of a weird thing that is still going to be in 1.20. Number 18, this bug has 177 votes to be fixed on the bug tracker, including my own. This is mob suffocate / go through blocks when growing up near a solid block. So this is a really annoying bug, and it's still in 1.20. This means if you have frogs, sniffers, any mob that's near a block, there's a chance that when it grows up, it'll just die because it suffocates. And a lot of times the mobs won't even try to get out of the block. They'll just like, oh, guess I'll grow up now. Ooh, guess I'll suffocate. Like, it's very annoying, and it makes it very difficult to make a lot of farms because of this bug being in the game. Very annoying bug, and I hope it gets fixed soon, but it's not going to be in 1.20. Number 17, pistons forget to update when being reloaded. The description of this on the bug tracker is that when a piston is unloaded in the exact same tick that it should extend or retract, it sometimes forgets to extend or retract after being reloaded. So this means you can have like a powered piston that doesn't get powered because it didn't schedule the extension of it as like sculk sensors do now in 1.20. So this bug is still going to be in 1.20. It is not fixed yet. And it's been in the game since 1.8 or even earlier, and maybe that was just the first time it was reported. Number 16, the passenger tag doesn't work with the entity tag. This basically means that if you give yourself a spider jockey spawn egg, it won't spawn a spider jockey and it'll just spawn a spider. This bug is another bug that I've reported. It's number 15 on the list of the worst bugs that are still in the game. It's classified as very important to Mojang, and it's that when you go across a chunk boundary, sometimes you get this huge lag spike, and it's very annoying. Number 14, piston no longer retracts an extended piston when depowered at the same time. The description of this bug is that double piston extenders no longer retract both pistons at the same time when they're depowered in the same tick. So this used to be a thing in 1.8, but now double piston extenders have to be made a separate way because they broke in 1.9. So this is really weird and annoying, but it's still going to be in 1.20, and they have said that it's a low priority bug, so that means they probably have no intentions of fixing it anytime soon. Number 13, some textures no longer support transparency. So this is if you're making a texture pack and you want to make like a painting or an item frame or a beacon beam. Certain textures, you want to make them transparent. They render completely opaque. As of 19W42A, which is, I believe, a 1.15 snapshot, just based on when it was released, you couldn't make certain textures transparent anymore in data packs, or in resource packs. So that would include paintings, item frames, beacon beams, even beds, but they've actually said that they're not going to fix beds. And they said that this bug is an important bug, so they do intend on fixing it, but not in 1.20. Number 12, minecarts with high motion won't pick up entities. So this bug is basically that if you have a minecart that's moving really fast and it collides with something, instead of picking up it, whatever it collides with, it'll just not, and it'll just bump into it and stop. So this is like, obviously, if you have an empty minecart, because if you have somebody in it, then it's not going to pick it up anyway. But like, if you have a zombie pigman on the tracks, and which they shouldn't be on the tracks anyway, but like, let's use that as an example. And here comes the minecart, smack! The minecart smacks into him, and it doesn't pick him up, and it just stops. Number 11, wrong attack radius calculation damages and kills entities through blocks and corners. So this is especially bad with Ravagers. I know this is a true thing because you can be so far away from Ravagers and they will just they'll just kill you through blocks. Like, it's so annoying. You could be completely inside a house and Ravagers can kill you. And that's even the example they have here. It miscalculates their attack radius, and it's classified as a very important bug. You can die because of this bug quite often. Very annoying, but it's still going to be in 1.20. We've reached the top 10 bugs that are the absolute worst according to the Minecraft community for number of votes. Number 10, we have view distance affects mob spawning. So if you set your view distance higher or lower on your server, you can change how many chunks are being sent to the client for rendering, but for some reason it affects mob spawning. It's been reported since 1.4.2, which is when the first version of the bug tracker existed in, and basically it's been in the game since forever. And it's still in the game now, and it doesn't look like it's going to be fixed in 1.20. Villagers sometimes disappear without any trace. This is a serious bug. This is number 9 on our list, and it's still a thing. I've seen this happen myself. In fact, now villager deaths are logged in chat, or in the server console, which you could see in your launcher log if you have it open, because of this bug, just because they're trying to figure out what is causing this bug. They don't even know. Mojang doesn't know what's causing it, but they do have it classified as very important, so I'm sure as soon as they figure out what is causing it, they will fix it. But this is like a serious bug. They just go poof, they're gone. It's very weird. And it might even affect more than one villager at once. Like, you might have like an entire village that just disappears. And one thing that seems to cause it is when the player skips the night, but sometimes the villagers disappear without even the player skipping the night, and no one knows what's causing it. It's super weird. Number 8. This bug is such an old bug that you might not even know it's a bug. And this bug is that when you're riding in a minecart, the field of vision does not turn. So if you go around a corner, you don't see like your view turn. If you're facing south and then the minecart track turns to go east, you're gonna keep facing south. And you probably didn't even know that this is a bug, so because it's been in the game for so long. Number 7. This is kind of a technical bug, but there's a good chance that you'll actually have seen it even though it's a technical bug. And this bug is that you can sometimes get the io.netty.handler.timeout.read exception. Yeah, it's a handful, or a mouthful, but you can occasionally get this error when trying to join a server, and it usually happens with lower internet speeds, but you can actually have it with high internet speeds too. And I'm not even sure that they completely know what causes it. I've seen this myself, as rarely as I play on Minecraft servers, I have seen it myself, although I live up north, so the internet isn't the greatest here. There's really no good internet service up here. So that's part of the reason why I don't play on servers. Another part is just because I just don't enjoy it. But moving on. That is the number 7th worst bug that will still be in Minecraft 1.20. And they have classified this as a low priority bug, so it's not one that they're likely to fix anytime soon. Number 6, redstone dust updates cause lag. And this isn't just a tiny bit of lag. This is a lot of lag. And this is on servers too. So imagine if you have servers that have a lot of redstone, like you have some really technical players all on the same server, on a vanilla server which doesn't have any optimization for redstone. You're going to get so much lag from all these redstone updates, which is why a lot of people don't even use redstone for redstone. They literally use powered rails. That's how severe this bug is, and it's been in the game. It was reported back in 2015, I'm sorry, in 1.8.7. It's probably been in the game since before that, but yeah, redstone just causes like crazy amounts of lag, and it's not going to be any different in 1.20. Okay, we are down to the top 5, and number 5 with 344 votes, the order in which powerable blocks, such as redstone dust blocks, along a wire are powered or depowered is not clearly defined, and causes a non-deterministic behavior for redstone contraptions. So this is kind of technical sounding, but it's actually pretty simple. This is basically if you put like a string of redstone in a line, I guess that would be what a string of redstone would be, and you place a bunch of pistons, the pistons wouldn't all retract in order. It's kind of random, right? So it's not clearly defined. So basically, this can cause some really weird stuff to happen. However, I'm not going to go into it because the description's really long, but if you do want to check it out, just go ahead and check out the filter that I will provide in the video description, and it'll be number 5 on the list. Number 4. This bug has 537 votes at the time of recording, and it is that updating blocks creates lag spikes proportional to geometry in chunk section. I don't know what this means. I kind of am a technical player in this aspect, but I don't understand this one. But it's classified as an important bug, and a lot of people have voted for it, and I voted for it as well at some point. I don't know entirely what it is, but it basically means that yeah, it says it's a rendering issue. So basically, when you update a certain block, sometimes, such as oak fences it has here, it'll create a really big lag spike from lag, from client-side lag, which is not something it should be doing, but because of the weird shapes of the blocks, I guess, it creates a lot of lag. I'm not really entirely sure what causes it, but it is still going to be present in 1.20, unfortunately. Number 3. This is a bug that I actually tried to report, but it turned out it was already reported. It has accumulated 566 votes, including my own, and it is that white stitching on polygon edges and white lines or black dots between blocks sometimes exist. So this is a bug that I remember seeing back when I first started playing the game, which really gives you an idea of how far back it goes. In fact, it even has an effect version of 1.4.1, which I didn't even know was an option. I thought that it only went back as far as 1.4.2. Earlier in the video I said that, but turns out it actually goes back as far as 1.4.1. And this is, again, one of the oldest bugs still existing on the bug tracker. The bug was first reported November 1st, 2012, and it has quite the abundance of effects versions. It looks like it has about 200 effects versions listed here. So absolutely crazy, but basically, sometimes when you see clouds, especially, or other polygon edges, it says here, just really anything. I'm looking at the pictures. I see wool blocks with white lines between them. I see some white dots on some clouds. I haven't really noticed this too much lately, but it has been, one of the effects versions is a recent one. Ooh, that one's a really bad example. Or a really good example, but a really ugly picture. Also, the leaves look very dark in this picture. Alright, here we go. We are on the number 2 bug, and this is the oldest existing bug on the Minecraft bug tracker that's still in the game. It is from October 24th, 2012. Number 2 worst bug in the game. Item drops sometimes appear at the wrong location. Okay, so this bug has 768 votes, including my own. And basically, sometimes when there is an item, it will not be where it actually is. And I remember this used to be extremely bad back in like 1.5.2. You'd see like items glitching up and down off of like edges and stuff. And I remember talking to my sister about this. I'm like, what is up with that? That's so weird. And this is back in like 2013. And she goes, oh, I think it's just to get your attention. I'm like, no, that's so weird, because like you'll try to pick it up and it won't actually be there, and it's actually on the ledge, and you know, it was just such a weird bug to me at the time. And it still is a weird bug, although it's a lot better than it used to be. They've classified it as a low priority because usually I have still seen it, but it's so much rarer now, but it's still going to be in 1.20. And the number 1 worst bug in the game that has over 1,000 votes, 1,142 votes, is that mobs sometimes glitch out of fenced areas or suffocate in blocks when loading chunks. And This bug, I have seen it myself, and it's still going to be in 1.20. Basically, anytime chunks load or unload, sometimes the mobs will glitch out. A lot of times this is caused by mob collision in my experience, so if you have oh, it actually says it's caused by floating point inaccuracies. I'm kind of surprised by that. It always seemed like to me that it was caused by mob collision with other mobs and them pushing each other out of the chunks. But it doesn't really seem to list that here. It could still be the issue, but there's also a lot of duplicates of this bug. If you look at the sheer number of duplicates, there's just like hundreds of them. I'd say there's at least 200 duplicates here. Let me see actually how many there are. 226. It might be 231 actually, because there's 5 more that I can see. So over 225, but 225 other people have reported this. But unfortunately, this is actually still going to be in 1.20. It's reported, the Mojang priority, it was triaged as being normal priority. So it's not like super high priority, but it's not super low priority. So there's a good chance it will get fixed in the near future. And there is even some people that have suggested fixes for it. So very interesting. It says that they can happen with cobblestone walls and fences, but I think it can happen in really any area. Yeah, it's kind of two things, but it's definitely caused by the same thing. And that is that the chunks, when the chunks load, the mobs glitch through them. So it's kind of unfortunate, and it's still going to be in 1.20. Unfortunately, it is not going to be fixed. But that is about it. What bugs have you found in Minecraft? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button with notifications turned on so you don't miss another bug video or any other video that I put out. I'll see you guys. Take care. Callus from Capitalist Modem Tardum, and goodbye.